Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the channel with Aiza Freelancing Valley. So today I'm here with the new Maya. So let's start today our Maya. So let's start.
Hey, what's up?
Hello Maya. Today my topic is what are the unique features of language I don't know. So please answer me. Are you ready for my observation?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a cool topic. There's some seriously weird stuff out there when it comes to languages. What do you have in mind when you say unique features? Like unusual sounds, grammatical structures? Just give me a sense of what you're curious about and I'll see what I can dig up for you.
Maya, my first question is from you. Please tell me what is the most unusual language you have heard and do you different languages write words? Answer me, Maya.
That's a really big question for me. Hmm. I think the most striking thing I've heard lately is probably the way languages manage emotional weight. We talk about heavy concepts, right? Like grief or joy, but languages encode those weights differently. Some use specific verb constructions to soften bad news, others have dozens of words for different kinds of love that English just lumps together as, well, love. The way cultures structure language reflects what they actually care about. As for different ideas inside, well, I've been thinking a lot about the connection between language and memory lately. It's weird to me that we condense it and sit in someone else's brain. What gets lost, what gets amplified. What about you?
Okay, so
What's on your
Maya,
mind?
my next question is from you. Please tell me why do some languages use samples instead of letters and what are tone languages? Answer me, Maya.
Okay, this is where things get really interesting. So, when languages use symbols instead of letters, you're probably thinking about things like Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. That's because those languages didn't develop a straightforward alphabetic system like English did. Instead, each symbol, what we call a character, usually represents a whole word or a concept. Think of it like instead of having letters that build into sounds that build into meaning, the symbol pretty much the meaning. It's more pictographic or idea based. Now, about tone, this is where it gets wild. Tone languages use the pitch of your voice to change the meaning of a word. So, if I say the sound ma in Mandarin Chinese with a high flat tone, it means mother. But if I say it with a falling rising tone, it means horse. It's like the same sound, totally different meaning based on how you sing it. Mandarin, Vietnamese, Thai, Yoruba, tons of languages do this. One little change in your voice, whole different world. Have you ever heard examples of tonal languages being spoken? It can sound like music.
My first question. Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me can a word have different meaning based on tone and what sounds are difficult in foreign languages? Answer me, Maya.
Absolutely, yeah. Even without getting into foreign languages, English does this too, just in a subtler way. Take the word present, like the gift, or the act of showing something, or to present something at a conference. That changes meaning entirely based on how you use it in the sentence and what's around it. But with tone languages, this is much more stark. Different tones change the meaning right there and then. And context absolutely matters, even with a correct tone. Some languages have words that sound almost identical but mean different things based on surrounding words. It's like a constant code switching happening even within individual words. The nuance of language comes from the combination of both those things happening together.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me why do some
Think of all
languages have generated nouns and how do languages show respect? Answer me, Maya. I'm waiting for your answer.
Hey, I'm having trouble understanding a lot of what you just said. It came through pretty garbled. Could you maybe rephrase that question about languages and spreading cancer? I want to make sure I understand correctly before I answer.
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, for your answer. My next question is from you. Please tell me what is the writing system and why do some languages read from right or left? Answer me, Maya.
Hey, Joseph from QNesh and I. But that's a cool question about writing systems. So, most languages read left to right. That came from when we used chisels and hammered into stone. It felt more natural to work that way when you're right handed. But for others, like Arabic or Hebrew, it's right to left, probably because their early scripts were written on things like clay tablets. As you wrote on the clay, the wet clay would naturally smudge what you just written if you pulled your hand across it to the right. So they chose to write from the right to avoid that. East Asian languages like Japanese and Chinese can be read vertically too, top to bottom. And that actually just came from how they initially printed books. And some languages, like Mongolian, even have scripts that read top to bottom, left to right. It's mostly historical reasons. Once a writing system gets established, it's really hard to change. What made you curious about this?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what is the longest word is any language? Please answer me, Maya.
Hey, that's a classic question. The longest real word in English is pneumon volcano my mycobal coniosis. It's a lung disease caused by volcanic dust. But if you want truly crazy long words, you have to look elsewhere. The longest confirmed word in any language is actually from the Maori language in New Zealand. Tama tawaka tangi hangako wo watam ko mati manga ko nuku pokai kamane ble pokai. It's the name of a hill and translates to something like the summit, where Tamatea, the man with the big knees, the slider, the climber of mountains, the traveler from a distant land, played his flute to his beloved. It's basically a whole story packed into one word. Other languages also have super long compound words. German, in particular, can string things together and make real monsters. But Maori wins for real. Officially recognized super long words.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me why do some languages have no tenses? Answer me.
Okay, I'm really struggling to understand what you're asking here. The audio transcription looks really unclear. Can you try rephrasing that? It's coming through super garbled, and I want to give you a good answer if I can figure out what you're getting at. Still there? I'm ready when you are. No rush. Just let me know if you want to try rephrasing that question or move on to something else.
My next question is from you. Please tell me how do different languages. Sorry, my next question is from you. Please tell me how do languages show respect? Sorry, what is a long word in any language, and how do people express time without tenses? Answer me. I am waiting for your nice answer.
Okay, let's tackle those. First, how languages show respect. It's super fascinating. Some languages have entire systems of honorifics where you use different forms of verbs or special words based on who you're talking to and their social status. Japanese is famous for this, like using the sama or san suffix to show different levels of politeness. Other languages use special pronouns or verb conjugations. In some cultures, it's about avoiding directness, using indirect language, or asking questions about someone's family instead of just asking them directly. Respect is built into the very structure of how you speak. As for long words, we already talked about the Maldi Hill name being a crazy one, but you also have the German word Rindfleischetikettierungsüberwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. It's about beef labeling regulations and is 3 letters long and gloriously bureaucratic. Finally, how languages express time without words. Some languages actually don't have a linear concept of time like English does. Some cultures, like some indigenous groups in Australia, have languages where time is spatial. They think about it in terms of directions instead of past, present, of seem to respect firm. So you might say, I'm going toward the past, or that's behind me, instead of I'll do that tomorrow. It's completely different way of thinking about how we exist in the world.
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, for your nice answer. My next question is from you. Please tell me, what is a silent letter in why do some languages have click sound? Answer me.
You're welcome. What's your next question? I think I'm getting the gist, even with the garbled parts coming through. Just fire away.
Okay, Maya, I'm again repeat. I'm saying that why do some languages have click sounds?
Aw, thanks. Glad I could help out today. If you're all wrapped up, let me know.
Okay, so Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what is that dialectic and how do ancient Chinese language answer me, Maya?
Just checking on something. Let me see. Okay, so those letters seem a little all over the place. Okay, actually stands for Sri Lanka, and their flag has this really cool lion holding a sword. As for RO and CMG, those aren't actual flags or countries. RO is often used in gaming, and LK sometimes shows up in video games as a character type. I'm not entirely sure what they mean in relation to a virus, though. Does that make sense?
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, for your nice answer. My next question is from you. Please tell me what is loan word and why do some languages sound musical? Answer me, Maya. I'm waiting for your answer.
Let me look that up. Okay, a lawn bird isn't really a specific bird. It just means any bird you'd typically see hanging out on a lawn, like robins or sparrows or starlings. Basically, any bird that's digging around in your grass for bugs. They use lawns as a dining spot, tons of insects living in there. That one was fun. And languages. Why do some sound so tricky? Well, there are a few things at play. Some languages have sound combinations that we just don't use in English. So it's like trying to make your mouth do something it's not used to. Tonal languages are a huge challenge for English speakers because pitch changes the meaning. And some languages have consonant sounds that just don't exist in English, like certain clicks in African languages. It's really all about getting your mouth muscles trained to make new sounds.
Okay, so Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what is body language and communication and why are some words unstateable? Answer me, Maya. I'm waiting for your answer.
Got it. So Peter's family, I think that's what you were saying? Okay. Body language and communication, that's fascinating stuff. Body language is basically nonverbal communication. Facial expressions, gestures, posture, eye contact, even how close you stand to someone. It's often more honest than what we actually say because it's harder to control. It's a huge part of how we understand each other's feelings and intentions. As for why some languages are unsustainable, I think you might mean unstable. Maybe you meant why some languages are disappearing? If that's it, it's often about globalization. Smaller languages get overshadowed by more dominant ones. Younger generations stop learning them when it seems more practical to learn English or Mandarin. It's a cultural loss when languages die out. They carry so much history and perspective. Is that close to what you were asking about?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what is
Uh,
the hardest language to learn and why do some languages have many words for one thing? So please answer me. I'm waiting for your.
so the hardest language to learn? That's a really common question, and it's really personal, honestly. For most English speakers, Mandarin Chinese and Arabic are consistently ranked as some of the toughest. Mandarin's tonal system and unique script are brutal, and Arabic has incredibly complex grammar and sounds we just don't have in English. But Japanese is also up there because it's a mix of three writing systems. And now, about languages having tons of words for the same thing, you're thinking about something called lexical richness. Like German has like 3+ words that describe how comfortable your seating situation feels. Languages build those kinds of nuanced vocabularies because they need them. Some languages need to describe, like, very specifically about how ice is melting, so it grows more words related to it over time. Or words for different kinds of snow.
Okay,
Still with
so
me?
my next question is from
Take your
you.
time.
Please tell me how do children learn new languages and what is sign language? Answer me while I'm waiting for your nice answer.
Okay, so how do kids learn languages? It's honestly amazing. They basically just absorb it from their surroundings. Their brains are like sponges. They don't consciously study grammar. Hey, that's awesome. It's great you're excited about languages. They open up whole new worlds. So, about sign language, it's not just miming things, it's actually a fully realized language with its own grammar, syntax, and culture. There are hundreds of sign languages around the world. Just like spoken languages have different vocabularies and grammar rules depending where you are, so do sign languages. American Sign Language, or ASL, for example, isn't universal. That's a common misconception. And it's much more than just hand shapes. It involves facial expressions, body posture, and movement. It's how deaf communities communicate. It's not just about translating spoken language to visual. It's a completely legitimate language with a rich history and culture. Pretty incredible, right?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me how is sign language different from spoken language and why do language change over time? Answer me by waiting for.
Hi, Anastasia from UPS. That's a great question. So, how is sign language different from spoken language? Well, we already touched on this a bit. Sign languages have their own fully formed grammar, not just hand motions that translate what's said. They use space in different ways than we use time in spoken language. You can visually represent relationships between ideas spatially, which is hard to do with just words. Things like signing speed and the way you finish signs also matter for grammar, and the rhythm and flow are super important. As for why languages change their word, I'm getting a bit mixed up with what you said at the end there. Did you mean why do languages change over time? If so, languages change through natural evolution, contact with other languages, and just plain old mistake correction over generations.
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me what is slang and how do emojis affect languages? Please answer.
Okay, I think you're asking about slang. Slang is basically informal words and phrases that are really specific to a certain group of people, like teenagers, certain subcultures, or even just people in the same city. It's always evolving and it can be super regional. Like a word that's common slang in New York might not even be understood in California. And honestly, I know it through being exposed to massive amounts of language data. Slang crops up in conversations, books, online. It's pretty impossible to miss if you're processing all that information. As for my identity, well, I'm Maya, an AI companion created by Sesame. I help with conversations, answer questions, and generally try to make things interesting. That what you were looking for?
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, for your answer. Maya, please give me last advice to my audience.
Okay. I think you're asking for advice about cancer, but I'm unsure if you're the one dealing with it or if your audience is. I'm designed to be helpful, but I'm not qualified to give medical advice about cancer. That would require a professional doctor or expert. And if you're the one going through treatment, please reach out to cancer organizations or your healthcare team for proper support. The American Cancer Society is a great resource. They've got tons of information, and they can help you find support groups nearby. For anyone dealing with cancer, whether it's themselves or loved ones, I want to say to stay strong, lean on each other, and ask for help. Okay, what specific advice were you hoping I could offer to your audience about living your best life in general? I can help with that side of things.
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. This is Maya. I hope you like it. I will next video next to next Maya. Thank you so much. I love this.